everybody. Welcome to the Care Week Show. I'm excited to join you and hang out with you today as we're live. Hey, if you're joining us, comment along, and we'd love to hear from you in the chat. And again, this is the Care Week Show. My name's Eddie, and I'm not our executive director. That's who's joining me is our executive director. I'm the outreach director here. I'm joined by my friend and my leader, my boss, and my. I was trying to think of something else that I can't think of right now.
Your favorite Gap Kids model?
It was actually related to clothes. It was my fashion aspiration.
Oh.
I'm
telling you guys, if you could fit into kids' pants, it, one, saves you money. You may not know this, but they're made more stitches per inch than adult clothes. And if you like to go to a Chinese buffet now and then, the fact that there's these little bitty elastic things that you can unbutton more and more to make it more and more comfortable is amazing. It's amazing. Why don't all pants have that?
This is not where I thought this was going to start off.
I have no idea why.
It's amazing. So yesterday we did over 600 hours of volunteer work throughout a couple of different projects, our high school, middle school projects, which is just incredible, and had a ton of fun doing it, serving people, and really paving the way for our students to witness something they may not normally witness, which is some material poverty for high schoolers anyways. And so just really powerful, impactful event there. And we did not hand out all the food. And so we've got some exciting announcements at the end of this video. So hook and
that's right.
You gotta wait.
That's right. Yeah, my son Jude, who's I was gonna make a joke, 15 years old, he's a sophomore at good old Woodside High. I was trying to remember their mascot, but I don't. I'm sorry. Actually invited a friend whose family does not go to church. They aren't church going folks, but felt so comfortable to invite them to serve with him last night that they said yes. They came, and at the minute they got in the car after the event, said, "Hey, I'd love to come to the next student group on Wednesday night."
Wow.
That I really enjoyed that.
Wow.
And so you don't always think about a volunteer service opportunity as an invite opportunity, but Jude took it, and Nico said yes. And so my hope is that Jude's got a really close friend in his what will become I think sophomore boys group here in the fall. So yeah, so great.
Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, that was our high school event where we distributed groceries to a lot of different individuals and families who coming in who may not know where their next meal is coming from. That was our high school event with something like 121 high schoolers and another 50, maybe another 40 something adults. Just incredible. And then middle schoolers, we had dozens of middle schoolers at our Yorktown campus packing oatmeal, fortified oatmeal. We've talked about that several times, but that's oatmeal has been fortified with vitamins, mineral or vitamin nutrients, that kind of thing, and packaged up. And they did 11,000 something meals. And so some of you will get a chance tonight even to pack some oatmeal. And so we'll talk about that again later. But yeah, it was really great times had yesterday. And then today we had school day. Was school day because the school day events are over by this point.
Yep.
But that's really cool. So if you're joining us and you're at one of those events, put it in the chat. We would love to hear and see your experience there in the chat. And, so that'd be cool. Or
so it was Palmer.
Yep. Palmer Elementary for the Newport News campus. Yep.
Yep, I missed the rest.
Okay. Yorktown Elementary.
I'm a Newport News guy. Yorktown Elementary.
Yeah, which you can guess which campus that's for.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hampton.
I couldn't.
No. And then James River Elementary for Williamsburg, which feels like it's closer to York County, but it is on the line there in Newport News, but it's up there, actually really close to Grove Christian Outreach Center. I think if you stand on the sidewalk at Grove Outreach Center, you can see part of James River, so it's real close. And we did a lot of different events. We've got some footage of there. I think we're going to start with Yorktown Elementary, and so let's go ahead and check out that footage. There's my buddy Curtis there, and so we're doing a bunch of landscaping, which is really fun. And so we did a lot of landscaping there, and had a lot of fun there. And you can see tons of volunteers making it happen. I don't know if that's corn there. It looks like corn, something. And and so there's an herb.
Herb.
I actually met somebody recently named Herb.
Uh-uh.
I'm not joking.
Like Herb.
Yeah, he runs the diaper bank. It's where you take your dirty diapers, and that's a joke. That's terrible. They've actually given us thousands of diapers in the past, and they give away clean diapers, fresh diapers, new diapers. Tangent. Continue on. All right, and so that's our Yorktown. That's our Yorktown.
Is that Andrew?
That was Andrew.
He's
Absolutely.
everywhere.
Absolutely. And so
He
that
and
was
Howard. He and Howard are like the Santa Clauses of Care Week. It's like they're everywhere. It's just so quick.
I think that should be a title we give away this year.
Yeah. The Santa Claus of Care
The
Week.
Santa. I think we've got to come up with a better name for it, though. It's terrible.
Yeah, okay.
The Santa Claus of Care Week. Hal and Andrew. There we go. I
They're
suppose.
just everywhere.
That's great. Someone I was looking at their registrations earlier today, and her name's Caitlin, and she was like on half a dozen different things, and she was emailing you, hey, I need help getting signed up for this one. I was like, okay, I'll get you signed up for another one. And I was like,
Golly.
really cool.
Yeah.
But so Mrs. Claus of Care Week at that point?
Sure.
I don't know. Okay, moving on.
I was trying to think of it. And at least the Easter Bunny of Care Week.
At least the Easter Bunny, it's good. Okay, so yeah, tons of volunteers rolling out today. So that was Yorktown Elementary. I think we have some of Palmer Elementary next. And look at that, helpful.
yeah.
They're the pandas, clearly.
How can you tell?
So there's their mascot. So quite helpful, and so doing all kinds of things over here, from packing school supplies. You can tell they were painting right there in this corridor area. They're painting benches and railings and picnic tables and other benches where you can sit. And they're painting those bumblebees. And I don't know how you caught that. That was pretty
really
impressive.
hard to paint a bumblebee.
That's true. It's almost as hard as catching a fly with chopsticks. That's
It
right.
is, yeah.
But yeah, so they packed school supplies. They did all kinds of great things: some gardening, some weeding, some outdoor work, some landscaping, some painting, and so that's yeah, tons of fun things happening at Palmer Elementary, and yeah, so that's from our Newport News campus.
Yep.
What's really cool is I didn't mention this, and we saw some school supplies here, and I don't know that these are related, but Newport News and Yorktown also did school supply drives.
Yep, that's right.
And so I think Newport News had the most people sign up for their drive, like 24. I don't know, making up. It's higher than 20 school supplies where we donated on Amazon and sent them right to
So
the
great.
right people. And so that's pretty cool. And so I don't think the supplies we saw there were necessarily ones that we donated.
Right,
But
right,
those will get to the schools real soon as well and kind of bless the teachers. I believe we're also working on writing letters to every teacher, and then we're going to work on filling up the teacher lounge at the Newport News School, which is kind of cool, like snack wise.
Yeah,
For the
yeah.
start of school, which is
Yeah.
fun. And then we have a little bit of footage from our James River Elementary. So we can check this out too. There's Katie and Hillary, and
Okay,
we'll call her Mama.
Let's
but
try to
that's
figure
Beals.
out what their mascot is.
Oh, this
Put
is
it in the chat as soon as you notice. No, it's not the tape dispensers.
It's the Frisbees.
So they didn't do landscaping?
No, they ended up moving an entire classroom from one like all the things in the items, binders apparently, and
Lots of
from
binders.
from one place to the next,
Yeah.
and to another room.
Yep.
Assumingly to make room for the next teacher come in,
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. And so
So if you know that school's mascot or the first one's do you know the first one's mascot? Are they
Yorktown
the,
Elementary?
Yeah,
Well, the York
Quakers?
Falcons. I wonder if that's the high school
Mm.
team. Maybe there's related
Yeah.
to another.
If you
bird.
know them, just put it in the chat so we can all be
Please.
educated. And then tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
As far as I understand, pandas are vicious, like real pandas, not a stuffed panda, but a real panda. Like they're not nice.
Like Kung Fu Panda.
They don't
Is that what
smile. No, I'm pretty certain. If you were to walk up to one, like, oh my gosh, this is the most adorable, you'd be dead before you even see a panda in the world.
Wow.
They're not nice.
they're like? Okay.
They're not approachable. Something about it, like pandas seem to be so cuddly and yummy
It's
and
true.
delicious and just great animals to hang out with.
It's
And they're like mini black and white grizzly bears.
okay.
If I'm wrong, don't put it in the chat because you're going to ruin the illusion that I have that they're these vicious things. But every time I see somebody with like a panda shirt, I'm like, you realize that's trying to convince you that you could walk up to one and at least give it a high five without dying. And I just don't think that that's how it works.
So what it does, I mean, if you have a panda on your shirt, generally what you're seeing is like some cartoon or
Sure.
sweet, cuddly panda that they have as a pet that's going to pop out of their backpack or something.
I think the Discovery Channel needs Panda Week. We need to re-educate the world.
Wow.
Just to save. I'm
Okay.
just trying to save people's lives
Just
here.
trying to save the
I don't want you
pandas.
to walk up on one at a zoo, jump the fence, and feel like you're going to cuddle for a bit. This is not going to go your way.
So really, the depiction of them on T-shirts is wrong. It should be more like a grizzly bear catching a fish on somebody's shirt, or Zach Galifianakis'
Or at least
hangover shirt.
like below it in parentheses, not a real panda. Don't, and then maybe some more to it.
It's an asterisk, and then
Don't
on the
cuddle
back
with
there's
it.
like a whole paragraph that
Yeah.
gives a
Pandas aren't like this.
disclaimer.
Note to you.
Okay, it's great. It's
I'm just trying to help people out.
fantastic. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so happening tonight are is two more events happening tonight. Nope, there's one event. I had two events. This and there's one other event happening after this.
This is happening right now.
This is happening.
I'm
it's
sure
not
of it.
what's happening. That's a segment
gosh,
that
no.
we paused for this week. That'll happen back next week.
What else is
Neither
happening
here nor
tonight?
there. So tonight, my other event tonight,
Yeah.
is we're doing an impromptu meal pack event where we're packing more oatmeal, but this time all the adults get to be involved.
Oh, cool.
And so anybody. And so I've listened. We heard you. We understand that all the adults want to jump in and pack meals too.
100%.
And you're angry that we left it for the fifth graders.
That's right.
But you know what? It's for the it's for the children.
It's for the children.
It's for the
They're our
children.
future. Let them lead the way.
That's right. But we had some significant amount of leftover food last night from our middle school packing event, and so Lifeline Christian Mission graciously agreed to hang out for one more evening and is going to put on an event tonight. That's at 6 p.m. at our Yorktown campus. Don't just go there. There's sign-ups for it. There's about 55 spots for it, 56 spots. And they filled up quick. Like,
Oh, really?
They're filled. I would imagine by now it's filled. But go to our website
Right now.
You can find that. Just text.
Yeah.
You can even text. I think I set up a new one. Text food right now. Should we test it?
Sure.
We should
Okay,
test
hold on.
it. Text food FOOD to 36769, and we'll send you the direct link. And really, we should change that if it's full. You can tap the link and see if there's any more spots
I'll do
left,
that.
DJ, right now.
So quick question. If you had the choice,
Okay.
a planned meal or an impromptu meal, you use those words, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is an impromptu meal? Like,
Okay.
I don't even know. I didn't expect to eat, but this is an impromptu meal. So
Yeah.
I guess I will eat it.
Yeah, it's like someone.
A
it's
meal
like,
surprise.
It's like when you've had lunch, and then someone
Oh,
so kindly
second
brings
lunch.
you a second lunch. And
Second
you're like, oh,
lunch.
all right, I'm down because this is an impromptu meal.
I don't know the last time I second lunched.
Well, I don't know the time. I
Full.
don't know the last time you first lunched. Actually, I do. We went to grab steak that one day for lunch.
I believe that this means it's full.
Meal packer. Yes, but I think below that there are
Meal
there
Packer
are
Plus,
Meal Packer Plus.
plus teardown. Meal
Yeah,
Packer
you can,
Plus
you can
teardown.
help for a few
5
minutes.
available spots
There we go.
to pack some meals and then to
Yeah, you do
to
both.
tear people down. Right? Is that what that means?
I don't
think that that's healthy.
think that's Care Week.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a different week.
I think it's to tear down the setup.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
that-
to,
I
it's
feel
to-
much better about
It's
that.
to undo the setup and redo and reset up.
Yep.
It's to tear down and reset the Yorktown
Yeah. Hey, Siri,
auditorium.
take off. Talk to Eddie about negative jobs for. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so that's happening tonight. We could use a few more people. To,
5 more.
Five more to pack some meals, as well as
So great.
tear down and reset up the Yorktown campus. It's not the whole thing. It's a few chairs, and we'll tear down some
Yeah.
tables and the funnels and things like that. And then remind me later. I have an idea for next week for meal packing.
Okay.
Just mental note. So then tomorrow is what, TJ? What day is it?
Tomorrow, from what I've read, is
In the
is-
paper? Or
is-
where-
is
where?
Friday,
Okay,
and it's Friday all day,
it's true.
as well as it's Grove Day.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
true.
so tomorrow is Grove Day, and I feel like I need background music right now.
Can you text
I
Grove
think
to-
because
No.
can you text Grove too? You could, and I would probably respond to your message,
Oh.
but I don't think that it would actually be.
But if you text, if you're like, man, I want to. If there's room, I still want to register for that. You
Yep.
can text CARE
That's right.
to 36769, and that will take you to.
Yeah.
Takes you to it. Great.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do that. But so tomorrow is Grove Day, and we have all kinds of spots available for you to assist with the fire prevention things. We have last count. This is a few hours ago now, and I've since then sent a large text out. But we had 23 spots.
Let me check.
Yeah, sure. We had 23 spots available for fire prevention. That's spots at starting 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. And TJ actually brought props to show people how easy it is to install smoke detectors.
Because, I mean, I thought this. I remember talking to my wife about this on Sunday. Like, are there tools? Am I bringing a drill? All that stuff. So there are definitely spots. The 9/11 to fire alarm installation spot is full, but 11 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, and there are definitely a few, not a lot. There are a few spots left. And if you've got time, just my perspective, if you've got time to do the 11 to 1, you got time to do the 1 to 3,
sure.
And you might have time to do the 3 to 5.
Yep.
But we don't need you 5:30 to 7:30
right.
or before 11.
Yeah.
But Sarah was like, "Oh, is it a crazy ladder? And are there tools? And is there running cabling and all that stuff?" That was definitely a thought that she had. The heart gets tugged at the opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
But is there any thoughts on how to overcome that obstacle? For
let
someone?
me show you the tools involved. Okay.
And it's only this easy between 11 and 5.
That's true.
So
That's
it's
true.
good.
So you're covered. So you're good. So you need a pair of scissors, which we will provide.
Yep.
You need this roll of tape, which we will provide.
Great.
And you need a smoke detector, which we're also providing. We bought another 100 of these today because we know how big of an event this really is. So, okay, let me show you how easy this is.
Yep.
TJ, you ready? So all you do is we're going to take this tape. Will you hold that so I can cut it? Thank you.
Are there left-handed and right-handed scissors?
Oh,
or?
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you're going to, look, tape.
Just one piece.
We'll go 2 probably.
Okay.
So there's 1 there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 there. Look. 2 pieces of tape. They're not even. Don't
It's
put
fine.
that in the chat. Don't put that in the chat. If you are like, Eddie, you can't cut 2 even pieces of tape. Look, I'm just peeling the back off the tape. 1
Oh.
and 2. That's it. And then you stick it to the ceiling.
Ceiling.
That's
yeah.
it. Well, I'll be the ceiling for the moment.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's literally all you have to do. Well, there's a little tab you got to pull out to activate the battery, but that's it. I'm not gonna do that right now because it'll beep and it'll hurt your ears.
You're talking. I mean, you did that pretty artfully, and you're
appreciate
a pro at it. So it's probably a little faster than the norm. But we're talking 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. And what's great is the fire department is going with us, so they'll tell us exactly where on the ceilings to put these smoke detectors, and they'll stick nice and easy.
Yep.
And TJ, you have a box of them next to you. Do you want to just as a prop for everybody to see?
It's
more.
really heavy.
It actually is shockingly heavy.
Yep.
For like half a
Oh,
dozen smoke detectors.
It's smoke and carbon
That's
monoxide.
right. It's smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, and
Wow.
they've apparently gone up in price slightly.
Is it important for both?
To have both?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really important to have both because in mobile home living, which is where a lot of these we're going to install, which, by the way, is a reason you may not need much of a ladder. We'll have step ladders for you, like the kind used in your kitchen, like the 2-step ladders to reach the top cookie shelf,
pantry
right?
ladder.
Yeah, pantry. Is that what it's called?
Sometimes.
We'll go with that. So
I just decided.
you need a pantry ladder, and we'll give that for you. And that's all you need because the ceilings aren't super high. So you're just going to stick that right to the ceiling, very easy. And then it is important that it is carbon monoxide and smoke detector because often in mobile home living, it is the most expensive affordable housing. Okay, think about that for a second. It's the most expensive affordable housing, and that's because they're not very efficient at all, right? So air gets under them. The walls are thinner.
That
There's
makes
not as
sense.
great insulation in the attic. All those different things. The floor may not even have insulation, and there's no flashing on the sides, and the air goes right under, right? And so you got to do everything you can. Your normal heating system may not be able to keep up.
Right.
Well, you have a heater in your house, TJ. Do you know this? It's just designed to heat food. It's the oven. Right. Okay. The oven. So some people just
Oven.
crack the oven open.
Right, right,
And I've
right.
done this to make beef jerky, but you crack the oven open, and you turn it. This is not a tip. This is what happens. Though.
Right.
And you just turn the oven on, and it'll heat your house. Obviously, at least your kitchen. And so, but the problem with that is that it often creates a little bit more carbon monoxide,
Whew.
and
Man, oh, man.
especially if they're gas powered, right?
Right.
And so these bad boys will detect both of those at high levels. And so these are 10-year as well. I don't know if you can see that. They're 10. You're not gonna be able to see. That's fine. They're 10-year smoke detectors. And what's cool is that the fire department is actually going to mark every house down that we're going to, and say and then put something in their agenda or calendar in 10 years
Got
from
it.
now and say that house needs a new smoke detector.
Yeah.
So that's pretty.
And if there's a group that cares deeply about that, like you could say, okay, the dentist is going to put a note in for 10 years to follow up on a smoke detector. Well, he's got other stuff to do. This is a group of people that you can trust.
yeah.
They're highly motivated
Yeah.
to head back there, and hopefully we can be a part of it. It'd be so great
Yep.
to see. I mean, this be done more regularly, but at least to come back 10 years later and build more deeply the relationships that we hope
Yep.
can come from that time. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so awesome.
So then we have one more day of Care Week.
Okay.
And then it's done. And I can't believe that. We
Yeah.
have one more day, and that's on Saturday. And I just opened up a couple more spots there as well. We had some leftover food from our meal packing, our food distribution high school event. And so we're going to take that food and bring it to our Echo event.
Oh,
Echo
great.
is the name of the organization, one of our absolute favorites. It's called We Are the Echo. Randall and Kelly Nichols co-founded that and run it together, and just incredible family that we helped start this organization. If you give to Water's Edge, if you tithe to Water's Edge, you also started Echo, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And so we get to be a part of their ministry and love doing life with them. And so they have an event on Saturday that's called a back to school event, back number 2 school event. Probably because it has to do with math in school. But you'd think.
Good one.
Anyways, continue on. So the back to school event, all kinds of great things happening. There's setup events, tear down events for that, resetting events for that. But then there are hospitality volunteers. There are shopper volunteers. And then the open spots now are food distribution volunteers.
Oh, so great.
So we just set that up. It's just 6 spots only. And so I would jump on that right now.
Yep, jump on it
again,
right now.
If you want to, you can text the word CARE to 36769, and we'll send you the links to all our projects. But it's very easy to find them now that we're getting into the week. There's fewer options there, and so you can find them very easily. But that's under the Echo Back to School event. And what's happening at this event, TJ, is that it's helping students start the year off with confidence. The school year off
sure.
with confidence. What are they? You've been a part of this a couple
yeah.
times. What?
Yeah, I mean, one of
that look like?
the most it's a great event, and there is. I mean, at least last year there was diapers for the younger kids, and a way to love on families. One of the things I thought was the coolest was, and I don't know how many it'll be this year, but last year there was maybe 4, could be 5 along the back of the Newport News campus lobby. 5 barbers or hairstylists that were providing that service for free.
Yeah.
And so it was so awesome to see. That done really well. And the good news too is they weren't like, I'm not going to name something, but these aren't like we're apprentices, we're practicing.
Right.
These are pros, and
Yep.
some of the work that we saw them do, especially with some very difficult hairstyles to make it look great, they were just amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. I think we had one person that one of the stylists. It was maybe 2 hours on that one person.
Wow.
While the others were flying, because that's what it took, so that young lady could get up, leave that lobby, and step into school.
Yeah, that's
like you
awesome.
said, with pride. There were shoes, ton of shoes.
Yep.
I have a passion for shoes, and so I found myself as I was organizing them, like, man, I like those.
Yeah.
So I didn't take them though. I promise.
Glad.
We have cameras. I was trying to remember for anything else. There's a whole lot more to it than that.
Yeah, for sure. So the hairstyle is really cool. That's actually someone who goes to our church, owns the
right.
the salon. I get right salon. Who I think pays their guys to be there. They donate. Everyone donates their time. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they'll be here offering the free haircuts to the kids
great.
there, and school supplies, fresh backpacks,
School
fresh
supplies,
shoes,
backpacks, yep.
all that kind of stuff. And now this year, because we have food left over, the families are gonna go home with groceries, from dry goods and peanut butter
Awesome.
and chicken and things like that to produce that was just grown for us. They're going to take that home. Thank you, Calray Farms. And so they're going to take that home. And everything from beautiful peppers and some eggplant that I didn't realize was eggplant to potatoes and to tomatoes and great corn, all that kind of stuff. And then they're going to leave with a gallon of milk, a dozen eggs, ground chicken, and chicken legs. Like so they're really going home with quality.
That's awesome.
Quality items and so that's really good, especially because eggs and milk is so stinking expensive.
Oh my
especially
gosh,
eggs.
yes.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you eat eggs?
I do. I bake with eggs a lot, but I do eat eggs every couple years.
That doesn't count.
But you're right. Like 18 extra large. Even if you don't go the organic, you're almost $8.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And back in my day, I felt so old, right? I could get it for $1.99.
Yep.
And that was just last week. No, that was a few years ago. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy to me. That was one of the things that you could, with $10, you could go in get a gallon of milk and some eggs, and you'd
Easy,
still
yeah.
have $6 left.
Right. Yeah.
And now you'd have to go with half the eggs and a little tea kettle of milk. They sell that now. They don't. I forgot what the smallest.
I don't know. A little
quart.
quart. Sure.
Sure.
If you can get to school and buy one.
Yep.
That'd be creepy
Yep.
though. So that's happening. That's happening on Saturday. We have those events for you that you can sign up for as well. And then also, it's been full for weeks because people are so excited about. But it's the meal packing for kids, and we're partnering with a different organization called Harvest Pack to do that one. And so they're packing oatmeal again. And what's cool is we're I'm gonna make the joke again. We're being selfish with our oatmeal. We're keeping it, but we're keeping it local. Okay, so we're donating it out to some of our favorite partners, Thrive Peninsula and Grove Christian Outreach Center is going to receive that and distribute all year long.
Yep.
I have one surprise for you. I think that's all we have, all we would normally do for the Care Week show. But I have one surprise for you. The first time you and I were ever together on a set, if you will. Doing something together was a spoof off of Hot Ones, which you may have seen on YouTube. You know, Shaq and all kinds of different people have been on these shows, just wrecking themselves with hot sauce.
Yes.
And you and I copied this and did the same hot sauce they did. We didn't dumb it down. We didn't coat our wings like the guy who hosts the thing. But we did pretty good. And so I figured we would just end. I figured we just end today with a little heat.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Sure.
Are you up for that?
Always.
So these are I snagged a couple peppers from the food we bought from Calray. I don't know what these are.
Yeah.
So there's one. And we're just gonna eat one. I don't know which one you think. This one looks hotter, but I don't know that it is. But we could try both. I know I tried this one already, and it got me quickly. And then someone called me on the phone, and I had just finished like eating the pepper, and I started hiccuping, like really bad, like, and then I just kept talking on my serious phone call. So, anyways, we're gonna eat a pepper, and then we're gonna close out the Care Week show for today.
This one?
Sure. Which one do you want?
I don't care.
Which one do you think is hotter? Is this a chili?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's not a chili. Oh, that's much longer. And anyways, which one do you think? You gonna smell it? Okay, great. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's how many seeds way back up in there. Okay, so hey, let's just take a bite and we'll tell them what they can do the rest. We can join us tomorrow. One.
Oh my gosh.
2, 3. They're coming. It's happening. The green one has a lot of seeds.
Delicious.
Can they join us tomorrow for the Care Week show, DJ?
Yeah. What time is tomorrow's Care Week show? Around the same time? 4:30, 5 o'clock?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But what we're going to do is we're going to keep these peppers, and we're going to put them in Andrew's eyes tomorrow. So you got to come back tomorrow. Don't tell Andrew.
I got the hiccups again.
But we're going to put the seeds in his eyes. You totally got that. You totally got that.
Here we go again. So tomorrow we're going to be doing the Care Week show on location.
Yeah.
From Grove Christian Outreach Center
cool.
at the end of the day, which would be fun.
That's so great.
Of doing the fire prevention stuff and talk about fire.
Wow. Here, put this by your mouth and see if it goes off.
Tomorrow around 5 o'clock, we'll be doing that from the Outreach Center. It's going to be a great time, and I'm salivating so bad now. Thanks for joining me, TJ.
Yeah, no problem.
And that's been the Care Week Show.
Yeah.
Fire Edition.
Bye,
See ya.
guys.